building a pool in a northeast climate. It has panels and a deep end hopper that we had to construct in solid ledge. We had the blasting complete with plenty of overdig. We have a rough shape of the hopper in the pool from that crushed stone we added to bring the bottom closer to grade. The challenge is in the hopper. The crushed stone stable slope angle is way less than needed for the steep sides will need to be shaped in the hopper below the liner. What should we use as a material to get the shape right before we trowel in vermiculite? It will need to have some cohesion. I am presuming a sand with some cohesive silt, but not clay, will help get the base we can shape. I considered a high-load PSI foam and shape the hopper and then trowel the base. Do you have any thoughts? Signed, in a hole in Maine. Thanks.
So I think there's probably a lot of different ways that you could shape that. If you could even use a good base of vermiculite to fill in all the gaps to hold itself and then do a final layer of vermiculite over that. But you could easily use a sand and cement mix, more of a slurry, just to sort of pack and create shape. I've certainly seen people use pin chicken wire to the walls if the slopes are so steep, and then put a low-grade concrete sort of blend in there as well. So I'm assuming the long slope is not the problem, it's the 4-foot steep slopes on the sides and the back walls that you're having a tough time holding material up to. Sand and maybe a bentonite clay would work as well with a little bit of water, because that bentonite clay gets kind of sticky and you could sort of rough shape it with that. But usually, short of the cost, which might be a little bit more, most of that can be done with the vermiculite itself. I know when we have a really rough shaped hole that we can't get things to stick on the walls or to shape really well, we'll have areas where the vermiculite might be 6, 7, 8 inches thick in spots to even it out. It just depends on how deep down that rabbit hole you want to go and how minimal the vermiculite you want to use. And I'd probably need to see how rough of a finish this currently is to see what it would need to be done. But likely any sand with a binder in it would work.